How to make your own chop cup for magic tricks. Warning: this video reveals how the chop cup magic trick is done and is not intended for general audiences. This video is intended only for performing magicians who are interested in learning magic for the sake of performing the art. Part 0. What is a chop cup? Chop cup is a trick cup and ball set that, unbeknownst to the spectator, has some magnetic properties. This allows you to do some awesome routines like the one shown on these 3 links. Part 1. Why would you want to make your own chop cup? Well, the first reason is that chop cups are expensive. Here is a screenshot of several chop cups you can buy from Amazon. As you can see, these chop cups can cost as much as $156 US. This is a large price to pay if you are not sure whether you like the chop cup routine. The chop cup I present here in this video costed me $2 to make. Only $2. You can try to make this one before shelling out hundreds of dollars for a professional chop cup set. Lastly, it is fun to make your own chop cup. Part 2. Components of a chop cup set. A chop cup set has 4 basic components. Number 1 is 1 chop cup. Number 2 is a special ball. Number 3 is a regular ball. And number 4 is 1 to 2 final loads. We will get into more details about these components in the following slides. The chop cup. What is special about the chop cup? Well, the chop cup is special in that the special ball will be attracted via magnetism to the top of the chop cup. However, it is essential that the special ball does not attract to the sides of the cup. Okay? It will become clearer what this means in the following slides. And since the special ball should only bind to the top of the cup and not the sides of the cup, this means that the top versus the sides of the cup has to be made of different materials. The regular ball will not be attracted to any part of the chop cup. Given that the special ball will bind to the cup in a magnetic fashion, this gives us 3 options for making our own chop cup. Option 1. Option number 1 is having magnets on both the cup and the special ball. This creates the strongest attraction between the cup and ball. Note that you don't necessarily want the strongest attraction between the cup and ball due to how this trick is done. Option 2 is for the cup to contain a magnet, but the ball not to contain a magnet. The ball will contain a metal that binds to magnets. Option 3 is the reverse of option 2, in which the special ball contains a magnet, but the cup does not contain a magnet. The cup contains a metal that binds to magnets. Of the 3 options, option 3 is the easiest in terms of making your own chop cup set. The regular ball, obviously, should not contain any magnets or materials that bind to magnets. But the regular ball has to look identical to the special ball on the outside. Final loads. Final loads can be anything you want, but you want the appearance of the final load to shock the audience. Commonly, bigger balls are used as final loads, but fruits and stuffed animals may also be used. The more different in color and size the final loads are, the better. Part 3. The chop cup. The cheapest and easiest way to make your own chop cup is to go to the supermarket with a magnet in hand. Test all the cups you can find and find a cup in which the magnet binds to the top of the cup, but not the sides. Later, you will make special balls that contain magnets inside of them. Unfortunately, most, if not all, metal cans from canned items like canned soup, canned peas, canned beans, etc., bind to magnets. The problem is that all of the surfaces of those cans bind to magnets, and thus they cannot be used as a chop cup. Remember, a proper chop cup will bind to magnets only on the top of the cup, but not the sides of the cup. So it is difficult to find an appropriate chop cup at the supermarket. Nevertheless, there is one cup I found which does work as a chop cup. This is the Planters Peanuts can, as shown in this picture. This can is made of a mixture of metal and cardboard and plastic. And importantly, the magnets only stick to the metal part of the can, which is the bottom of the can. That is the only surface that magnets stick to. The sides of the can are made of a hard cardboard, and magnets do not stick to the sides of the can. And importantly, magnets do not stick to the rim of the mouth of the cup either. So this Planters Peanuts jar can be used as a chop cup. Instructions: empty the Planters Peanuts jar and wash thoroughly with soap and water. Spray with odor eliminator to get rid of the peanut smell. Allow the jar to dry overnight. Your chop cup is now ready. Ideas for working with the peanut jar as is. You may find it a little bit discouraging to use a Planters Peanuts jar at a magic show. However, the Planters Peanuts logo can work in your favor. For example, there's nothing better to show that your cup is normal than saying that, hey, I just bought this jar at a supermarket. Anyone can go and buy this jar, so it's normal. I haven't altered it in any way. On the other hand, you can work the peanut logo into your routine. For example, as a final load, you can make peanuts appear. Or you can make an elephant or a squirrel appear out of the can as your final load. This can fit into your pattern if, for example, you're using peanuts as part of your pattern. On the other hand, you may want to cover the Planters Peanut logo to make it look more professional. There are a few ways to do this. Number one, you can spray your peanut jar with silver metallic paint to give it a metal-like appearance. Number two, you can use craft tape to cover the Planters Peanuts logo. Number three, you can wrap the cup in a leather sheet, which is available at craft stores, to make a more professional looking cup. And number four, you can cover the logo with a cup sleeve, like those found at coffee shops. Another can which may work is the Pringles cup. These are similar to the Planters Peanut cup in that only the bottom surface, the metal surface, binds to magnets. The rest of the cup is made out of cardboard and plastic. Ideas for making your own chop cup. It's easier if you start with a cup and then try to modify it by attaching a magnet or a piece of metal that binds the magnets to the cup. In my opinion, it is easier to hide a metal, like a sheet of metal that binds the magnets into the cup, than it is to hide a magnet into the cup. Here's one idea to make your own chop cup. First, you start with a cup that does not bind to magnets. A cup that is made out of wood or clay is a good cup to start with. And then you will cut out a sheet of metal that binds the magnet. For example, the lid from a canned fruit jar. You will glue on the sheet of metal onto the cup and then try to hide that sheet of metal into the cup in an inconspicuous way. For example, you can use felt furniture sliders and put that over the sheet of metal as a way to hide the metal. Part 4, the balls. Because the cup contains a surface that binds the magnets, the balls must contain a magnet. And the magnets we will be using are some tiny neodymium magnets. Neodymium magnets are stronger than the other commonly sold magnet, the ceramic magnet. This is a picture of how the neodymium magnets look like. They usually have a silver finish. To make the balls, you will obtain a piece of rope, and this rope will be used to tie it into a monkey's fist. If you've never heard of a monkey's fist, you can Google it. There are many images and YouTube videos on how to make a monkey's fist. Monkey's fist is basically a ball that is made from a piece of rope. And you will make 2 balls. In one of these balls, you will insert one of the magnets. Into the other ball, you will insert a non-magnetic material of the same size as the magnet. For example, you can use a small marble. Here's a video that explains how to make a monkey's fist. And like I said on the last slide, you will be inserting a magnet into the core of the monkey's fist. Make sure the rope hides the magnet entirely. You don't want the audience to see a little silver part of the magnet through the rope and be suspicious of your balls. The size of the monkey's fist can be altered by limiting the number of passes per size. The diameter of your rope will also influence the final ball size. As shown in the bottom right-hand picture, the smallest ball you can make will have 2 passes per side. The final diameter of your balls should not exceed 1 inch. This is because, as you would expect, it is easier to do sleight of hand magic with smaller balls. If your balls are too large, you will find it difficult to hide them in your finger palm position or classic palm. Part 5, the final loads. Fruits, such as lemons and limes, make for excellent final loads because they are so different from a monkey's fist, and the audience would never expect them. If you choose to use a large ball as a final load, choose one with a diameter that is only slightly smaller than the diameter of your cup for the most dramatic effect. You can Google a list of balls and their diameters and find the one you need. For example, tennis balls, billiard balls, ping pong balls, racquetball balls are all suitable, but they have different diameters. Choose one that is appropriate for the size of your cup. Finally, now that you have built your own chop cup and your own balls, you have to put your routine together. Some ideas can be found on YouTube. Just search for a chop cup routine and look at routines from other magicians and then take them and adjust them to your liking. Remember, don't simply repeat what your favorite magician does. Use different pattern and make it your own trick. Remember to practice, 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 and have fun. Thanks for watching.